Hey, what's up guys? It's Dr. Steve here, and in this video I want to talk to you about how slavery might still be affecting you today. I did some research on slavery this morning. Did you know that slavery was abolished now 150 years ago? Next year will be 150 years. It was abolished in 1865, but I want to tell you a story that proves that slavery not only still exists today, but might be affecting you, and then what you can do about it. So as you know, I am an eye doctor, okay? And I still go to my office every day for a couple hours each day because I like to. I like helping other people, and that's one of the ways that I can do that. And we see a lot of emergencies. You know, people have things happen. They get infections, they get injuries, they get stuff in their eyes, and they have, you know, quote-unquote emergencies. Sometimes they're more severe than others. So yesterday someone calls my office with an emergency. Their eye is painful, blurry, red, watery, you know, all the things that you don't want your eyes to be doing. And he's like, I got to get in. So absolutely, come right over. Oh, I can't come over right now. Why can't you come over right now? I can't leave work. Why can't you leave work? Well, I just can't leave work. I need to come later. Well, we don't have any appointments later. What about tomorrow? Well, you said you're having an emergency with your eye. You really should get it looked at right now. Well, I can't leave work. What kind of a situation must you be in to be able to leave work? I mean, if your eye is that bad, like if you're having an emergency when it comes to any part of your body and you can't leave work, you are a slave. Slavery is affecting you. Okay, and I want you to listen to something because I don't think I'm crazy. Because slavery was one of the worst things that ever happened in this country. So I don't want you to think that I'm taking it lightly. But I want you to listen to this. Like, this is the definition of slavery. I looked this up. The definition of slavery is a condition in respect to exhausting labor or restricted freedom. I mean, exhausting labor and restricted freedom. And here's another one. I went to a bunch of different websites, including government websites, how they describe this. Many different characteristics that distinguish slavery, okay? Forced to work, controlled by an employer, treated as a commodity, and physically constrained or has restrictions placed on his or her freedoms. I mean, hello, I can't leave work. My eye is killing me. It's falling out of my head. I can't leave work. You, my friend, are a slave. And that's true for so many people. I mean, think about your situation for a second. I can't tell you how many people have said to me, well, I can't go now because I can't leave work. I'm not allowed to leave work. I can't take a day off. I mean, I don't know what better way to describe it other than it's modern day slavery. And by the way, if you Google modern day slavery, you will read exactly what it is that I'm talking about. But something has to be done about this. And I'm not telling you to go quit your job unless you absolutely 100% hate your job. And well, I mean, a lot of people hate their jobs, but I'm not telling you to quit your job if you cannot afford to quit your job. But in certain situations like this guy, like his eye is literally falling out of his head. First of all, I don't even know how he works with his eye. He's in pain. It's red. He can't see. It's watery. It's aggravating. He can't leave work. Like, what kind of employer wouldn't let their employee leave work to handle a situation like that? In that situation, I would say, dude, you got to quit your job. You need another job. Or at least you need to get out of that one. And here's another thing. I came across an interesting study this morning on Mashable. I'm going to share the link below. I should share all these links below so you can read, so you don't think I'm crazy. I know what I'm talking about. You got to see this stuff. Mashable published an article today that people that hate their jobs are more mentally depressed and unhappy than unemployed people. So staying in a crap-ass job that treats you like that is harder on your mental health than being unemployed. That's a study done by Mashable published a reported study, and I'll include the link below so you can read this. It's worse to have a bad job than not have a job at all. So, I mean, I don't understand why people would do that. I mean, what's worse? What makes modern day slavery worse than the slavery that was abolished 150 years ago was that it's now voluntary. People are voluntarily being indentured servitude. They're choosing to stay in a situation very like slavery. Why? Well, I have to pay my bills. I have to pay for my car, my cell phone, and my cable. So you're working to pay for things that you're working to keep. So people aren't willing to alter their lifestyle. They'd rather be miserable for 40 to 50 hours a week just to pay for stuff that entertains them for the few hours that they're not at work, and then they go back to work to pay for those things. It's so stupid. Like, work less or quit that stupid job and get rid of some of the crap that you don't need. Don't work just to pay for stuff. And I got to tell you, one of the best decisions I ever made was realizing that I could make more money working less from home than working hard for someone else. And that's what modern day slavery is. That's what indentured servitude is. And if you have a job that you hate and you're overworked and you're underpaid and your freedoms are restricted, you are involved with modern day slavery. You might not even know it, but you're volunteering to be a part of it. So here's what you need to do. Again, I don't want to tell you to quit your job. Okay? If you're miserable and you're unhappy and you're being treated like this guy, like if you have a health emergency and you can't leave, you need to quit your job. I don't care what your job is. You need to quit your job. There's no one that deserves. Don't you deserve better than that? I want you to think about your situation at work, like how much they control how much money you make, how much they control how much time freedom you have, how much they control when you can take a day off or a vacation. I want you to think about that and then ask yourself, do I deserve that? Or do I deserve better? Do I deserve more? What is your freedom worth? What is your happiness worth? We were not put on this earth to bust our butt working for someone else, working hard, being overworked, underpaid, and underappreciated. That's not why we're here. We're here to live life. There's a lot of people that are alive. The question is, are you living? Are you doing the things that you want to do? Are you going to the places that you want to go? Are you spending time the way you want to spend your time? Or are you spending all of your time at work, you come home exhausted, you go to sleep, you get up, and you do the exact same thing the next day? That's not living. That's slavery. The only difference is you get to sleep at home, and then you go back. Here's what you need to do. You need to take action right now. You need to start working towards getting out of that situation. Again, I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not saying, oh, go quit your job and then, declare bankruptcy and go on food stamps and government aid and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying start taking action to get yourself out of that situation. And going from one job to the other, that's not the answer. I love when people say, oh, I've been fired from 4 jobs. I just got another one. What? Why? You've been fired 4 times and you want another one of those? I don't understand that. You need to start working on your own situation. You need to learn how to create income for yourself, working for yourself, so that way your time is yours, your income is unlimited, and you can do what you want when you want. Doesn't that sound a whole lot better than another job, having someone else tell you what you can do and when, how long you have to be at work, what your time is worth as far as what you're going to get paid? Who wants to do that? Modern slavery is alive and well, and if you don't believe me, just Google it. Go look up those definitions that I shared with you and then think about your situation at work. Guys, seriously, I care enough to share this video with you after what happened with this guy yesterday in my office. And I'll be honest with you, that happens like once a week. People call me, they tell me I have an emergency, well, I can't get in right now. Then it's not an emergency. If it's an emergency, you'd be in my office. If you can't leave work, that's a serious problem. That's a serious problem, and that's why modern day slavery is alive and well and might be affecting you. So this is what you need to do about it. Click the link right below this video that says, I'm ready to get out of this. And start learning, just start learning about how you can start doing something different, something more, something else to start improving your situation. Because if you don't, you will always be in that situation. You will always be part of slavery and you're voluntarily doing it. Because you know now. You know now. And if you're not willing to take action, you have no right to complain about your situation. If you're not willing to do something about it, you have no right to complain about it. I don't want to hear it. So you either take action or you shut up. Those are your choices. Because you are in a situation that you have chosen. Your best thinking, your best decisions have gotten you where you are right now. And if you're not willing to do something about it, you have no right to complain about it. Click the link below this video, learn how you can start doing something about it, break those chains, and start living the life that you deserve. You do deserve better. You do. And I'll help you. Click the link below that video. This is Dr. Steve. Click like, share this video with other people that you know are in indentured servitude, that are living the life of modern day slavery. And I'll see you next time.